You've got the pictures or access to the pictures that show the two houses
Yes.
lined up, right?
Yep.
I've never seen that before, and I've never seen it since.
Mhm.
I have never seen a place where the master bedroom of one house runs all the way to the backyard of another house.
Mhm.
Ben and Meredith Miller built a smoker in their yard, and they built it on our side of the house. It was about 9 feet away from the fresh air intake to our air conditioning system. And the first night they lit up their smoker, Diana and I were out at dinner, and we came home and our house was filled with smoke. The houses were so close together. Of course, if you were any kind of human being, you would have built the smoker on the other side of your property. And maybe that wasn't conscious, but it had to get approved by the HOA. And even Diana couldn't breathe. We had to go out for till like 4 in the morning. When you make people live on top of each other, you have to expect problems. And you have to plan to intervene in some of those problems. Otherwise, you get what you get.
Mhm.
And density, the builder, Everett, Jamestown Builders, didn't have a choice about density. He had a choice about how much house to put on this lot. He was a greedy SOB. And we never saw it because it was dirt when we bought it. And I didn't think to myself, I wonder how far back. You don't think of those things. It's kind of like saying, is my new car going to come with tires? You know. But when you create that kind of density, I could have touched their house from our window. When you create that kind of density, you can't defund and neuter every enforcement agency. And there were laws being broken, city, county, that they chose not to enforce.
Mhm.
Can't do that.
Yeah, those types of designs in neighborhoods and the density that you're talking about, in psychology, that's actually referred to as behavioral sinks, where you concentrate so many people and the design doesn't allow for natural human behavior, then there's no way to really mitigate the design flaws. And in your case, there was no way besides having the dogs stop barking, which would have been the rational solution for the owners to stop the dogs barking, not only for your health, but also for the dog's well-being.
That's why the dog died. The dog barked itself to death. Meredith Miller posted about the dog's death. CSU vet school says it was an autoimmune disease. It's tend to get brought on by day
Stress.
after day.
Right.
I said to them, come, have a glass of wine with me, have dinner with me, let's talk about this. Let me show you the proximity, let me show you that it's an inescapable, unavoidable problem. Come. If it weren't Lord of the Flies, if these were grown-ups, it would have been, hey, Ben, Meredith, you know we love you, but this is inescapable, and the guy's got chemically burned eyes, and it's not cool. Make it stop.
Mhm.
And then they would have taken further steps, if necessary, to make it stop, but they did the opposite. It should mean something, right? I mean, you know how this goes. It's not about you shouldn't be able to get away with it. It's about if you did it to me and nothing comes of it, you'll do it to the next guy. And it's only when somebody stands up and says no that there's a chance that it changes. So I'm willing to, yeah, unequivocally, absolutely, yeah. You can tell your own story till the cows come home, and it's just you. Until somebody else takes a look at it and says, this guy's telling the truth. It's not credible. Going public and naming names is an easy way of saying I am secure in my facts. And then vetting documents is an easy way of saying I'm secure in my facts. And